Hi, my name is Kendra Woodburn. I'm here in Osage County in the beautiful town of Pawhuska. I'm a horticulture extension educator, and I'm standing in front of the Pocket Park, which is right next to the Triangle building and across from the Mercantile. Anyways, this town is just a wonderful town, has a lot of old architecture, and it had gone through a phase where a lot of people had moved out and a lot of the buildings had started to decay. And by the Mercantile coming in with Pioneer Women, it's really caused a revival in this town, and people have been investing and rebuilding. And one thing I noticed too, when we first came here, there wasn't much color, there weren't many plants. And the Master Gardeners, Osage Master Gardeners and OSU Extension, we decided to start putting some flowers out. Well, we noticed that when we started putting flowers out, all of a sudden a lot more flowers started getting placed out in the town. And if you look down, you'll see some pretty colorful petunias and all sorts of flowers down here. And if you go all the way down the main street now of Kahika, you'll see flowers everywhere, and it's just add a lot of charm and cheerfulness to this town. One of the projects that we worked on is in this pocket park. We put cosmos out, and there were already some roses, and some of the cosmos were donated by Dick Connors Correctional Center. The inmates there grew them in their greenhouse. I'm going to shout out to John Kari, who's a teacher there. And so we just have some wonderful ones, and so part of what the Master Gardeners do is we come in, we put the plants in, the merchants help water as they see water's needed. We also put out the mulch, and we do some seed collecting. If you notice the seeds on this plant, we'll collect some of the seeds. That's why we let them go to seed, and we don't always cut their heads off, because the tops off, because we want to save the seed. And some of these are hybrids, so we don't know what the seeds will look like when we grow them out, but it's kind of fun just to see. We might end up something even prettier than what we have. So what we will do is we'll come in, we'll collect the seeds, or we don't collect seeds, we'll kind of deadhead them to make them look more pretty. And we can put these cuttings in a compost pile. I'll just set them here for right now. Kind of clean them up a little bit. And by doing that, it'll encourage more flowers to bloom. You can see that looks better already, having taken off some of those that had started to fade. And then on these flowers, these have been planted, the roses, they'd been planted here a long time ago, and the bushes were way, way up when we first came here to Pawhuska, and so we cut them down. And we noticed there is some rose rosette in this, but not too bad. So we've been going in, and as they bloom, we've been kind of cutting them back to a fifth leaf or down a little bit lower, so we still have a pretty bloom. And this just adds a lot of beauty to the area. And we've had a lot of good comments from the merchants. We've had some donations from the merchants for the fertilizer and some of the mulch. And then if you come over here, all the benches are dedicated to different families. This is in memory of Bill and Carolyn Loy from their children, great-grandchildren, and great-great-grandchildren. And this tree, redbud tree, in memory of John Langham by his family. And this is a redbud, which is our state tree, and I thought it was very appropriate. It's in this little park. And as you can see, it's doing quite well. There's not a lot of water except here to collect it, but we do have a water faucet where we can water in drought times. And then if you look on either side, look at these lovely drawings that have been put on these metal buildings. What you can do with just blah metal. And in the back of the park, one of my coworkers has gotten a grant to put in some wildflowers for the pollinators.
Hi, my name is Blayr Gourley. I work for OSU NREM Extension and the Great Plains Fire Science Exchange. And here in this pocket park in Pawhuska, we have received some funding from the Tallgrass Heritage Quail Forever chapter in Tulsa to plant some pollinator plants. We've chosen a mix of native and non-native plants that are great for attracting anything from butterflies, bees, to hummingbirds. And here we've got some lantana, which is a non-native species, but it's really great for attracting pollinators because of how showy it is. We've got some penstemon, which we do have native penstemon here in Oklahoma, but this one right here is non-native. These are flowering in the summer, and we've also chosen some plants like goldenrod right here. And this guy, he will flower in the fall and hopefully attract some monarch butterflies. We've also got a project going in Bartlesville called Monarchs Know No Borders, and it's an international project that we've started with Mexico and hope to include a school in Canada. If you have any questions about these projects, you can email me.
We hope you enjoyed this video. It's part of our Oklahoma Gardening YouTube channel. You can also find even more videos on our OK Gardening Classics YouTube channel. And join us on social media for great gardening tips, photos, and discussion.